Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. So we're going to start off today briefly because we've already been hanging around the Black Citadel a fair amount. Though for good reason, I will say, there's a lot to see in the Black Citadel. Before we start and go and actually speak to Ritlock, who we were meant to speak to yesterday, I thought we could have a little bit of a look at some of the great char that came before us. So as you enter the Black Citadel and you look up, you can see like the giant dome up there and stuff. But there's also these statues here, and each is dedicated, I suppose, to a previous great char. Some of these we'd heard about before Guild Wars 2 came out. Some of them, this is like the first time we're learning about them. So yeah, the first one here is statue of Pharaoh the Butcher. Kind of want to it doesn't look like you can translate what it says on there. Maybe you can, but I don't know. A lot of the times I'm feeling, now that I can read at least vaguely New Crichton, in game a lot of the time it just seems too low res and you kind of have to pick it anyway. Is that even New Crichton? It could be, maybe, but it's too small for me to be able to tell. Anyway, maybe it just says the same thing as this dialogue window here will say. Pharaoh the Butcher, 1253 AE to 1318 AE. Should I explain how the dates work, I suppose? It's interesting that char go by human dates. So, just like in the real world, in Tyria, in Guild Wars 2, they have different conventions for dates, and on this continent primarily they use this system called AE or BE. Now that stands for after the Exodus or before the Exodus, and time is basically backdated to the year 0. And the year 0 was when the human gods originally kind of left the planet, or I think they did that actually in the year 1. It was the year 0, maybe they gave magic or something, but yeah, so that's kind of where they date it from. Now the char, who really don't believe they need the human gods, it's interesting that they use this same system, but hey, they use New Crichton as well where they can, though they do have their own written language. I suppose it makes sense, but yeah. So Pharaoh, formerly of the Iron Legion, is the father of Tribune Gw2. Read more. Pharaoh was obsessed with the tainted legacy of his grandsire, Gw2, and relentlessly pursued the matter, even against the orders of his superior. So his story didn't really... Oh, wait, his grandsire. Okay, so his grandfather, right? Not his grandchild. Read more. This caused him to break from his legion and join the Sentinels defending the brand. There he became a living spectre of death, earning his nickname, the Butcher. The brand is something else. So we've still got this story I've not really explained to do with the ghosts in Ascalon. We've got the kind of this story to do with the wall. There's all kinds of crap going on, but also in Ascalon there's another massive event that's going on, which is this big weird purple scar here that goes all the way down south and ends up in this massive area here. This is called the Brand, and the Sentinels are specific char, a bit like the ones that we met here, the Adamant Guard, that they still have their warbands and so forth, but they have a specific task, and the Sentinels defend the Brand. So this was quite recent, actually, if this is to do with the Brand, because the Brand only appeared there, what, 5 years ago, I think? There he became a living spectre of death, earning his nickname, the Butcher. When his son was born, he selflessly volunteered to answer for his ancestors' crimes so that Gw2 could reclaim the Gaul warband name with honour. After his father died, Gw2 successfully petitioned Smodor the Unflinching to erect a statue in honour of his father's noble sacrifice. So there you go. We'll go over to this guy on the left here. I quite like how they reference so many other char around. You can kind of really get a sense of how many there are and how they all tie in. This is Bol's Death Train. Sorry, Death Train. God, I've been playing too much Final Fantasy. From 1072 AE to 1138 AE. So this was quite a while ago. 1072, this is Guild Wars 1's time, okay? In fact, after the searing occurred, this is pretty much exactly the launch of Guild Wars 1. Bowles was a member of the Ash Legion and was famous for his incredible speed with the bow. Even as a cub in the Farrar, his Primus recorded that Bowles once pinned down an entire warband with a barrage of arrows. Now, a Farrar is where the char go to grow up and go to essentially form their warband, and the Primus, they are specific char that look after Farrars, okay? So, as I said before, char don't have conventional families. They go to the Farrars and live and grow up there and learn to fight there. It's like their school. He often scouted ahead of his warband, sneaking behind enemy lines and gaining a position from which to rain death down upon their heads. Well, his name fits then, I suppose. After leaving active duty, Bowles trained aspiring rangers in the Black Citadel, teaching young cubs mastery of the bow. So, hold on. They're calling that the Black Citadel. He died in... Well, actually, he lived a... So, wait, he died in 1138. This was only a few years after Guild Wars 1 ended, and then they kind of established their, oh yeah, the Black Citadel had already been formed. Probably not to the same majesty as it has right now, but it already kind of formed, which is interesting. The area that the Black Citadel was built on, by the way, is no coincidence. This is built specifically over what the humans regarded as their last capital, I suppose, which you can still find the ruins of here. It was a place called Rin, and we will be going there at some point in the LP, so don't worry about that. Nox Darkheart here. He died in 1172 AE, so he died the year of Guild Wars 1. Nox was a member of the Iron Legion and spent much of his military career laying siege to Ebonhawk. Ebonhawk being the last city of the Asgard. Wait, what? So, oh no, wait, hold on. Oh no, so 1172, sorry, 100 years after the end of Guild Wars 1, right? That makes a lot more sense. Okay, so he died 100 years later. Nox and the Dark Warband completed a number of successful sorties in that campaign, but could never gain enough ground to hold the walls, as the Shah never did. They never managed to get to Ebonhawk, whatever. And Nox holds the distinction of being the first Char warrior of his era to actually stand upon the walls before being driven back by the Ebon Vanguard. So, well, they at least got in there. We got Kala Scorch Razor here. She's probably one of the most important ones. 1079 AE, so she was born right at the end, I guess, or during Guild Wars 1's time, and she died quite shortly after, actually. None of these Char lived for a particularly long time. This is one of the really cool things about Guild Wars 2, by the way. Like, not necessarily here, but in a lot of the human lands, you can go to graves, and just looking at the dates of the graves is sometimes super depressing, because you'll see, like, things dying when they're like 1 or 2 years old, and you're like, oh shit, man, that's really kind of morbid. I quite like reading the graves, actually, and sometimes you see they live for bloody ages as well. Anyway, okay, so read more. Oh, sorry, actually, we never read the start of that, did we? Grand Cub of Pyre Fierce Shot. Kala Scorch Razor led the rebellion against the Flame Legion and their domination of the other legions. Pyre Fierce Shot was a good friend to you, the hero, in Guild Wars 1. It was one of the first Char, the fierce warband of which he belonged, as you can see there in his name, Fierce Shot. They questioned the Flame Legion, and they were some of the earliest ones to say, hold on, we don't really like what you're doing. So kind of a temporary alliance was formed between you, the human player character, and Pyre Fierce Shot there, and indeed the entire Fierce Warband. Really cool guy. And he also was the son of what could be considered one of the first Char you ever kill, and for some players the first Char you ever killed in Guild Wars 1, which was a Char called Vatlor Doomtooth, who may even have his own statue here later on. Right, so anyway, read more. Herself a member of the Blood Legion, she gathered allies from across all 3 legions and trained female soldiers in secret to become a formidable force. Her rebellion turned the tide in the final battle with the Shaman cast on the plains of Golgolheim. After the Flame Legion's surrender, Kala fell victim to an ignoble act of treachery. The Imperator of the Flame Legion was so shamed by his defeat that, despite offering his surrender, he stabbed Kala with a poisoned dagger. She died, mouthing the words, "At least I die knowing my sisters are free." Her great sacrifice continues to inspire soldiers of all legions. So yeah, very important, and obviously was played a pivotal role in the freeing of the female Char. Is Vatlor here? I'm sure Vatlor's got his own thing. Oh, maybe he doesn't. I know that there is something to do with Vatlor somewhere. Maybe it's not here in the Black Citadel, but there is something to do with Vatlor. I specifically remember. Okay, so Olef, sorry, who's this? Ophala Soulcleave, who died in 1116 AE. Legionnaire of the Soul Warband, was a lieutenant under Kala Scorchrazor. She was renowned for her brutality with axes, oftentimes dual-wielding, but also enjoyed just wading into battle with a single blade. Ophala, like all the members of her warband, looked with hateful eyes upon the Shaman caste and the worship of inferior gods. They were proud to fight at the side of Kala Scorchrazor as she freed the Char from their enslavement to irrational dogma. Ophala lost her life in the battle at the plains of Golgolheim after slaughtering an untold number of foes. So this was just another Char at that battle we heard about already. And lastly, Violo Raptorgaze, who looks pretty cool actually. Don't know when this person died. Violo was the premier marksman of her time. Some even say she could have outshot the legendary Pyre Fierce Shot, who was a ranger. Though she preferred to live the life of a hunter, Violo answered Kala Scorchrazor's call to fight against the Flame Legion. She performed her duty with dignity, eliminating many high-ranking members of the Shaman caste with a single shot from her longbow. Very impressive. After the war, Violo laid down her armour and returned to the plains of Ascalon to resume her life as a hunter. Years later, she left even her old home, leaving no word of her destination. No one knows what happened to her. That's interesting, actually. Is she in the game, maybe? Some kind of dynamic event or something? That's weird. I could barely even remember that. I have read these before, but I don't remember that. Okay, interesting. Well, there you go. A bit of history of some of the more legendary Char from Char history, I suppose. And I think that, as I say, there are more dotted around the landscape. I particularly remember with the Norn as well. There's a fair few in Holbrack, but also there's loads of other statues elsewhere. And I know that's the same for the Char. So we'll be learning more as we go. We've there's like 2, maybe 3 more massive kind of important locations I want to take you to in the Black Citadel at some point. One of those is the ruins of Rin. One of them is to a great monument to this thing called Stormcaller, and the other one we'll get into later. But so what we'll do is we just got to walk back up, right? We're going to go see Ritlock. I'll see you up at the top of this staircase because we saw this last episode. Okay, so here we go. If you remember, last time we had the Ash Legion area here. Did we go? Well, I think we did go into the Ash Legion area, didn't we? We at least spoke to one of their tribunes, who was Mac the Silent. By the way, the game's weird because I noticed last episode while I was running around, they kind of make it sound like there's only one tribune, but I'm pretty sure there are many tribunes for each of the legions, because otherwise, what would the difference be between the tribune and then like their Imperator or whatever? Well, mind you. Yeah, no, see, that does make sense. I think there are multiple tribunes, because there'll be like an Ash Legion tribune here, but there will certainly be another Ash Legion tribune in the Ash Legion homelands, for example, which we can't even see on the map, and there'll be a Blood Legion tribunes up in the Blood Legion homelands and so forth, so I'm sure about that. Yeah, we've got loads of Blood Legion here. Let's actually go in. Now, don't forget that the Blood Legion tribune, indeed, right now, is Ritlock Brimstone. And these are kind of his quarters here, which just so happen to also be where our personal story has taken us. So I was going to get a drink there, but we're already in. Hey, Reaver. Enough recruiting. Let's take this warband on the road. Well, we haven't got that many people yet. Magi, 3. I suppose that's all right. 4? 3? No, that's just 9 Legion guy. 3. What? Alexis Shredskin says, reporting in Legionnaire. Chaos Blacksuit. Yeah, sure. I need to speak with Tribune Brimstone. And lastly, Sour. How's it going? Looks like Tribune Brimstone is waiting for us. Do you think he's proud of us? Do you think we did a good job? Oh, I love the way those doors open. That's so cool. Hey, Tribune Brimstone. What's going on? Oh, everybody saluted. I didn't, because I'm a boss.
Good news, Tribune. Sour Doomsday has joined my warband.
Well done, Legionnaire. Here's your next assignment. One of Steelbane's men, Rage Steeltongue, has become a bit of a problem. After you took over, he joined the Flame Legion. He's determined to bring you down at any cost.
Not a problem. We'll drag him back to blood by a scrawny tail.
No. There's a time for mercy, and a time for mercy killing. I'm not giving Rage the chance to betray Blood Legion twice.
We'll give him a one-way trip to the Miss.
That's the plan. Meet me down by the Citadel gates when you're ready to deploy. Dismissed.
Huh, brutal. Don't we have a story decision coming up soon? Maybe we'll actually get to say whether we kill him or not. I'll probably pick kill him, to be fair, but we might have the choice. Okay, alright, sure. Ritlock was a little bit nicer when I was Ash Legion. It was interesting as Ash Legion because obviously he has no direct command over me. And that's kind of weird because, as I say, when I was in Ash Legion, I never really spoke to my own Tribune. It was more... I mean, I think I spoke to my own Tribune like once or twice, but it was still like Ritlock and how he's interfering with the activities of the other legions, which, don't forget, as we established in the human storyline, all the personal storylines are going on at once together right now, so the events that are going on in those other stories, which unfortunately you guys haven't seen right now, they are happening, so this will be curious for me as well. I've had my eyes out. I'm looking for any kind of reference to what was going on with me in Ash Legion, and I know vaguely what goes on if you pick Iron, so kind of that as well, but I haven't really seen anything yet. Right, so we're going to Smokestead, I guess. Are we going to Smokestead? Sure, alright, not too far away. It's just waypoint over there. 7 copper? You know, I'll tell you what I hate about this game, the way that they call it copper. Okay, why isn't it bronze, silver, and then gold? Why is it copper, silver, and gold? Like, everybody's familiar with the bronze, silver, gold system. And then they can have platinum at the end, and that works in. That's the same. But no, it's got to be copper. Oh, how I wish there was still platinum in this game that we could pick. Like, when you did have, like, 10,000 gold, it would transform it up into a platinum, and then that would even turn up into, like, an ecto. That'd be so cool. I'd love that. Wait, hold on. Why is it taking me back into the Black Citadel? Oh, it's not. Okay, right. This is a level 8 quest. We're still only level 7. But I think we'll be okay. I don't want to like go off screen and level up too much off screen because You know, that would just suck if I'm starting to get rewards that I don't really need and so forth. Right, okay, let's speak to our warband again. Reaver, I'm worried. What if Rage has something terrible planned? What if this is all a trap? If it is, we'll face it together. Just trust me. Your friend, Rage Steeltongue's kind of a terror, isn't he? Yeah, and he's not my friend, he's my target. Let's get a move on. Hold on, is this the guy that we saw when we were in the Bane before, in the arena, and he was one of those 2 people that got pissed off and walked away?
What?
You say this Steeltongue was recruited by your ex-legionnaire? Where'd they get together? Probably at some kind of meet and greet for jerks. Sure, okay, Ritlock, hey. I hope you're sure about this. We could just, you know, shove him off to Ash.
At ease, Legionnaire. Ready to get started?
More than ready, Tribune Brimstone. What's our next move?
That mongrel toady, Rage Steeltongue, was spotted in this area. Start with those cattle ranchers. Find out why they're here and if they've seen anything unusual. Get moving.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, alright. This kind of reminds me of in Queensdale. I remember in betas there was some kind of an escort event that went straight through Shaymore, and you saw like these cows and stuff that went through. If I remember rightly, it could have been a packed Dalyak. But since the game's gone live, and since actually no, I say betas, I mean like demos, like when we first saw it. I keep getting that confused, but usually when I say betas, I'm probably talking about convention demos. But since the betas and since live, I don't think I've ever seen that event trigger. So either it's been taken out of the game or I've just been unlucky. But it kind of reminds me of that, because like Shaymore is obviously the equivalent of this area. Watch your step around my stock. They're harmless, not housebroken. Sure. Why are the cows here? Some legionnaire came to the ranch and ordered me to herd them into the citadel. And when a legionnaire orders me to herd my cattle into the citadel, I herd my cattle into the citadel. Do you know which legionnaire gave the order? No, I've never seen him before, and he didn't give a name. Helped with a few packs, though. Did a passable job, but it sounds like he may have mixed some tools in with the feed. Okay, I need to examine the packs. Seems like everyone wants to poke around my cows today. Help yourself. Oh, yes. Clearly, you've just got awesome cows. Do I actually have to go to each individual one? No, we just go to the pack balls. Okay. Okay, this beast's pack smells of grain and leather. Nothing more. Okay, that's fine. This beast's burden smells of gunpowder and oiled metal. It's also ticking. Oh, no, everything there seems fine. What we got here? This beast's pack smells of grain and leather. Nothing more. Grain and leather. Nothing more. Oh, guys, I'm afraid we're not going to be able to find anything. Oh, and there's another bad one here too? Okay, so we actually have 2 bad cows here. Which one should we deal with first? Let's go this one. Shoot it from the city. Is it about to blow up? Please don't kill the cow. The bull, sorry, the bull. Don't kill the bull. And who's that that's just run past? Oh my god! Oh no. Whoa, and how did you survive? We've got to deal with this other one, but I don't want to kill another cow. You're alright. You have to shoot the exploding cow right towards me. Yes. Oh, you're cute, real cute. You're not bad yourself. I wasn't. Jeez. Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh, hey, we should go to. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. We should go to the 3 Legions court later. Oh, if you get what I mean. Okay, we'll go with this one. I don't want to kill this cow. What? The beast burden smells of gunpowder and oiled metal. It's also taking. Shoo. Shoo, I don't need you anymore. Isn't there a /shoo in this game? There's something like that. Oh, I'm sad. Oh, I think this one's going to be okay. Why can't we just taken the pack off? What is this?
You know, if I wasn't looking at a big pile of cow chunks, I'd be laughing.
Laugh later. Right now, I need to know where those Flame Legion imposters went.
They headed deeper into town. You'll find them if you go that way.
Lead the way, Legionnaire. Rage just got promoted from mongrel toady to serious threat.
Did it really make much difference, to be honest, that the cows didn't blow up here at the gates to Smokestead, or like down the ramp to the gates to Smokestead 10 meters away? Really? Does it make that much difference? All right, Ritlock. Okay, right. Oh, that was depressing. Oh man.
Rely on strength.
That was horrible. I can't believe that actually happened. What a waste of a cow. Exploding cows? I take it back. If that's his plan, I'm not nearly as worried. See, I told you everything would be fine. That's true. What's he going to do? Some cat? Well, in World vs. World, you kind of do that.
For Blood Legion.
Oh, yeah, that makes me think. I must have killed so many cows on World vs. World. That reminds me of childhood pranks. Only we used pumpkins, not cows. Probably easy. You know, I never did anything like that. I feel like maybe I missed out. All right. Oh, wait. Tribune, do you have anything to say? The imposter legionnaire has to be Steeltongue. Lucky for us, he isn't the sharpest blade in the corpse. then it will be all the easier for us to something. Right. Oh, by the way, these old soldiers, you know, I told you my main character I wanted to make look old. When I got in game, I was like, oh, here's an old soldier. I'll see how ArenaNet did it. And I don't think they look that old. They just look kind of zombified. Look, why has he got odd coloured eyes? Very, very weird. Speaking of, like, weirdness on, like, graphics, I don't know why. I had an update for, like, my drivers today. And when I logged in, my screen was just bizarre. Like, I couldn't see a single thing. I don't know whether that's a normal problem that's going on with the game at the moment or what. Oh, sorry, these guys were speaking. Reaver says, I can't wait to give old Rage what's coming to him. Something's not right. I smell fire magic. Should have known Rage was a jerk. Steeltongue, complete jerk name. Oh, Reaver, you are too true. What? Okay, do we want to speak to this guy straight away, or is there something else interesting? I doubt there's anything else. Okay. Hey, Snagtooth. Another inspection? Like I told the last guy, the defences still have a way to go, but we're making progress. This is no inspection. Have you seen an unfamiliar officer around? I didn't know the Legionnaire who inspected our supplies, but he knew procedure and had the right uniform, and he complimented me on my vigilance. Seemed on the level. Stay vigilant. Drop that crate and step back, soldier, right now, or let me see that thing. No, come on, let's take it easy. Oh, I got punished for that. That's cool. Okay. Alright, oh, and there's fire imps. Hopefully they don't do too much damage to me. So, I did some jumping puzzle videos with Mike. Oh my god, ow. Ow. Please, no, I don't want to get downed for the first time here. Hold my shield up. I'll just let my... Oh my god, there's so many enemies around. Luckily, we have a lot of char, but Jesus. I need a different weapon. What am I doing? I've been playing this for so long and not equipped anything new. What's this? A mighty spear. Well, that's just an underwater weapon. We can equip it anyway, but... Shit. Oh, man. Yeah, okay, remind me. Actually, don't worry about reminding me. I'll remember it. But after this episode, I'm going to have to actually start gearing up and doing something more than just sword shield. Ow.
Shut down Rage's little sabotage operation. I'm going to cut his heart out and feed it to him.
There are so many imps here. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Hold on. Okay, Warband. I guess that's the thing with the Char story. You do have bigger fights. I mean, this is a big thing about the Char, and it's a good contrast between them and the Norn, because the Norn, as we'll see when we play them, are kind of similar to the Char in a lot of ways. They love to drink. They respect a good fight. There's just a lot of similarities between them. Those are the only two I can conjure in my mind right now. But there are a lot of similarities. But one key nice difference that highlights the differences between them is that the Norn are very independent. But a big thing about being Char is fighting in big groups and stuff with your warband. So I guess that's kind of to be expected with the Char personal story, that you're going to always be having massive fights against lots of imps and stuff.
Rage must be working with the Flame Legion.
Sure, he must be. Why not? I think that was pretty much established from a while ago now. The Flame Legion are just kind of like... it's painting the picture that the Flame Legion are just like that group of people that all the dead ends go to. They're like, oh, I've been kicked out of my warband. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, I've got this problem and this problem. I know, go to the Flame Legion. They'll take me, despite the fact that they're clearly on the back foot and they don't have a huge freaking citadel here. You can go to the, and I'll just say this straight away, it's not really a big spoiler, but you can go to the Flame Legion citadel. They have a citadel. Everyone has a citadel, right? And in this game, you can go to the Flame Legion Citadel. It's where a lot of cool stuff happens in the plot. But it's nowhere near as impressive as the Black Citadel. And that's because it's not like the combined might of 3 legions in one. It's just, you can so clearly see, if you were a Char, you would only go to the Flame Legion if you were just like, oh, well, I'm shit out of luck everywhere else. And I guess that's kind of what the Char were thinking when the Flame Legion first started, like, looking to magic and gods and stuff. It was basically, oh, we're shit out of luck everywhere else. We can't beat the humans. Why don't we just kind of put our faith into these large supernatural beings that don't really care about us? And that's kind of, ow, this just hurts so much. I'm only 1 level too low. Oh, and I blocked that attack just in time. Thank Christ for that. Oh, and I dodged those. I am super happy that I've survived this. Healing Signet, seriously, that has powered me up so much. I can hardly ever imagine myself using that as a main skill. Especially considering how little it heals you compared to how much, when you activate it, compared to how much is healing you per pulse. But there we go, right. It's a lot like an Elementalist Signet that I've got. Yeah, and that guy's dead too.
Up something like this on his own. He must have Flame Legion allies. We have intelligence that they were planning something. This might be a strike of opportunity. Come on, let's move.
Sure, okay. Well, you're the one flapping your gums about stuff we've already known about for a fair while. Whoa, are we going really... No, that's not too far. I thought it was like sending me halfway across the map just to get to the next area. Find Rage Steeltongue and stop his sabotage plans. Oh, you know what I forgot? Forgot to read our little plot summary. But hey, I mean, it's pretty obvious what's going on. Next time we'll do a little bit of a catch-up on the plot summary. Still haven't seen any of those weird things where I get a new, like, item through it. Hello, Ezeal Jawbreak. Are you okay there? This has got like a hint of like a detective thing going on, but with a lot more fighting.
What happened to you, soldier?
It was a blood legionnaire. He seemed friendly, but when he clapped me on the shoulder, all the strength just drained right out of me. He took my clothes, my boots, my entire kit.
He stripped you naked.
Tell us where he went, and then get yourself to the infirmary.
He was headed for the scrapyard. Give him a good thrashing for me when you find him.
Well, they're certainly building him up, aren't they? I thought for a while that they weren't really going to build him up. They were just like, oh yeah, he's just this incompetent guy that likes to blow up cows. But no, actually, he seems reasonably evil.
Either we're on the right track, or we missed the best party ever.
Sure, okay. Alright, well, there's quite a few. Oh, there he is. Okay, and just like that. Oh, and he's got a friend.
Did you get the gear?
Got it right here. Put it on and you'll have free run of the place. They won't figure out they've been infiltrated until the damage has already been done. It's over, Steeltongue. I took down that coward Steelbane, and now it's your turn. Just tell me one thing.
Why? Why'd you betray us and join the Flame Legion? Too proud to serve your new legionnaire?
I had it all set. That coward Steelbane was the only thing between me and taking over this warband. Then you came along and beat me to it. At the end of the day, I don't care whose banner I serve under, as long as I'm the one giving the orders. Like right now, boss, I'm ordering you to die.
Oh, that was a good line. Oh, yes, I quite like it, actually. Oh, God, okay, so he's level 8. Oh, he's disappeared. Oh, and he's replaced himself with Flame Legion Stalkers. So you might be wondering, why is this Smoke Shaman here like so fiery and crazy? What's going on? Well, it's like I said, the Flame Legion kind of care a lot about magic and finding themselves gods. And indeed, it is a little bit more complicated than maybe I've led you to believe, because they do actually have a god in Guild Wars 2. We're going to be learning about someone called Gayron... No, wait. Gayron Balefire. I always miss the B and the G up. But we will be learning about that. The Flame Legion do have power, and they do promise it to people that join them because they have it to give. So we'll be seeing about this, and obviously this shaman's got some closer tie to all of that that's going on. But that won't be something that's resolved for a fair while. I mean, the level cap's level 80, and it's around 70, 75 that we finish that whole story. So, okay, sure. Can we just fight you now, or are you gonna summon more people? Is the idea I hit you while you're still... Oh shit. Okay, no, he's coming. He's coming right for me. Interrupted him. Get my flurry off. Block a little bit. Actually, the block's quite nice, like in combination with the healing signet, because yeah, you're standing there not doing anything, but you are invincible while it gives healing signet time to pulse you back up. So there is actually some reasonable synergy there that I hadn't originally thought about. Look what these conditions are Warband's putting on the guy. That's brilliant. So yeah, that's not going to be concluded for a while, but I should throw it out there and let you all know that there is something going on.
The Flame Legion must be getting desperate if they're resorting to cow bombs.
Desperation is a weapon, Legionnaire. If they're targeting our defenses, they're planning a major assault on the city. Tactically, a night attack makes the most sense. When it comes, I need you and your warband in the field. When the fighting starts, your orders are to maneuver behind their frontline troops and take out the rear guard. Without mages and artillery to support the main force, they'll never breach the Black Citadel's walls. It's an important job. Can you handle it?
My soldiers are ready, sir. We won't let Blood Legion down.
Good. Dismissed.
Excellent. So, Blood Legion's place in the overall scheme of things in large battles and large conflicts with the Char, we're the front line, we're the vanguard, and hey, we kind of get to experience that. I believe each of the different legions, depending on what you pick, this big kind of assault that's going to be happening on the Black Citadel, you do have a different role to play each time, considering, which is cool, and it's a nice little touch there. So anyway, we got some new trousers, pants, whatever, which we can put there. We've also leveled up. Huzzah! Still don't have any points to put in anything because we're only level 8, but still, that's fine. And yeah, I guess we're kind of done. Let's just quickly speak to everyone, round up. Nice work, Steeltongue's out of action, and the Flame Legion booby traps were only able to do negligible damage. Thank you, sir. Reaver says, you did it! I'm so proud of you, Legionnaire KS Blackset. Why do you keep saying my name like that? See, Reaver, we can handle anything if we just stick together. Best friends forever. What? Sharing is caring. I'm glad that's handled. Great job, Legionnaire KS Blackset. Sure, you too, Sal. Good work. And you, Alexis? Not you. You, Alexis. You're amazing, Legionnaire. Everybody loves me. They're all saying my name. That wasn't just me. That was all of us. Thanks. Oh, it's a good day to be a char that's just witnessed some cows blow up. So in any case, there you go, guys. That was Guild Wars 2 daily for today. No, that was Let's Play Guild Wars 2. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow where we continue on. We'll do a bit of a cap up on the personal story stuff, and then we will have finished our first chapter. It does feel like the first chapter takes a lot longer to get through, doesn't it? And then like the second chapter kind of, well, at least for the human it did. It kind of flies by. So okay, thanks again, guys. Not wave / salute. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day.